Hello, Erica here, and today I wanted to talk to you about my summer reading plans. So I've decided that for the months of July and August, and possibly even September, I'm not going to be doing a TBR video because even though I don't have like a summer vacation because I still have to work year round, but I kind of want to take a little bit of time to step back from kind of some of the projects and the buddy reads that have been going on YouTube, and I still will be doing a few buddy reads, but I'm trying not to overwhelm myself or tie myself down to a TBR just for a couple of months. In general, I do really like making TBR videos because it kind of keeps me focused and driven and cuts out all of the time that I would spend just staring at my bookshelf trying to decide what to read next. But I think for the summer, I have a few things that I want to get to, and other than that, I'm just going to be kind of wide open and kind of see where my reading takes me. So as far as some things that I would really like to get to at some point in the next couple of months, I do have a buddy read scheduled for the beginning of July for Michel Faber's The Crimson Petal and the White. I'm reading this with a handful of really awesome ladies on BookTube, all of whose channels I will link below. Please go check them out. So I'm very excited about getting to this. I think after finishing The Luminaries, this again is going to be right up my alley. It's historical. It's set in Victorian London, and it's about Sugar, a prostitute who kind of rises through the ranks of society. So it's huge. It's about 900 pages, but I'm really looking forward to reading this. And then I also have a couple of series that I want to go ahead and finish up this summer so that I can be done with them and stop worrying about how long it's taking me to get to the last books in the series and just get them done with while the previous books are still relatively fresh in my mind. So first, I'd really like to finish the Wildwood series and read Wildwood Imperium by Colin Meloy and Carson Ellis. I've already read the first two books, which are Wildwood and Under Wildwood, and this is a middle grade series about a couple of kids who basically travel into this magical woodland area. I don't know, they're talking woodland creatures. Like, what more can you ask for? I don't really know how to describe it other than that. And this is a really fun series, and I think that finishing this off this summer will be really rewarding. These books also are beautifully illustrated by Carson Ellis, who is Colin Meloy's wife, and I just think that they're really nice books, and I would just really like to get to the end of this series for now. Next, I really need to finish reading the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. I read the first book, Assassin's Apprentice, in February, and the second book, Royal Assassin, in March, so it's been a couple of months, so I really need to get to this now while I can still remember most of what happened in those books. And so I'd like to read the third book, which is Assassin's Quest. And this is a series about a young boy who is the bastard son of a king, and he is trained to be the king's personal assassin or poisoner, which is very interesting. I've heard mixed things about this third book in the series, but I'm hoping to get through it. It's huge. It is like 830 pages. And that, again, is another reason why I don't really want to set TBRs for the next couple of months, because I do have some longer reads planned, and I don't want to feel pressure to get through them and, like, read a bunch of other stuff, because I just don't want to. So, yeah, hopefully I will be getting to this summer. And then I really need to finish The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I've read the first 3 books in this series over the last year or so, and I really need to just get to the last 2. They're quite quick reads. This, of course, is a bind-up of all 5 novels, so they're not super long, each of them, obviously. And so I have to read, I believe, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and Mostly Harmless are the last 2 novels. So I'd really love to get to that, and I think that this is going to be a really fun read for the summer because these books are really funny and light, and they're pretty quick reads. And then I just picked out a couple of other things that I've kind of wanted to prioritize for this summer. The first are 2 children's classics. I read a couple of children's classics recently and really enjoyed reading them. So I have Pippi Longstocking by Astrid Lindgren, which I've never read. I don't think I've ever seen a movie adaptation. Like, I don't know what I was doing in my childhood, but I was not reading this, so I would really like to read this. And then I also have A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Also, never read it. Also, never seen the movie. Again, I think I was just, like, running around in the woods from, like, ages 2 to 11 or so, and I was not reading or watching classic children's stories. Then I picked up 2 poetry collections I want to get to in the summer. I recently hauled these. I've been like totally in a poetry mood. So I'd really love to read Ruby Carr's Milk and Honey. She's a Canadian poet, and this is a really beautiful collection. And I'd also love to read Nikki Finney's The World is Round. And lastly, I just picked up 3 magical realism type books that I've been dying to read and just haven't been able to find the time for, like I said, with all the things going on BookTube and the buddy reads and the group reads and yada, yada, yada. So I'd really just love to sit down and read these very soon, and that is The Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake by Amy Bender. This is a novel by Amy Bender, and it's about a girl who can, I believe, taste the emotions of the people who cooked her food. I don't know. It sounds wonderful. It sounds very similar to that scene in like Water for Chocolate, which I think I've said before. So I've read a short story collection of Amy Bender's called The Color Master, and I really enjoyed her writing style. She kind of blends together fairy tales and magical realism and fantasy elements. And so I can't wait to get to this. It's not particularly long, and I think it'll be a really fun read for the summer. And then I have another recent acquisition, which is Pretty Monsters by Kelly Link. I loved Kelly Link's collection of stories, The Magic for Beginners, which I read in January. And this is another collection. Actually, some of the stories overlap. So this shouldn't take me too long because I've already read some of these. And I may reread them, but I may not. Again, Kelly Link kind of writes dark fantasy, magical realism, fairy tale-like stories, and I am very excited about this. Apparently this is supposed to be a young adult collection of short stories, which I didn't know when I bought it. And that's fine. Like, I don't mind reading that at all. I was just not aware of that. So that'll be interesting. And lastly, I have The Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter. I've never read anything by Angela Carter. I don't know why, because she seems like an author that I'm absolutely going to fall in love with. So I would like to get to this because this is the one I have. And I have this beautiful edition and I need to read it. And so I'm going to read it. I also have The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters, which I'm planning on reading at the beginning of August, with some lovely humans, once again, whose channels I will link down below. So I'm very excited about this because Sarah Waters is an author I've been meaning to get to for freaking ever. And I just haven't yet. So that'll be great. And other than that, I kind of just want to take this time to maybe reread some books I've been meaning to reread and spend some time with some graphic novels and just relax and kind of remove the BookTube pressure from myself. Not that I think that the pressure that BookTube puts on my reading is a bad thing. I think that I love kind of the community aspect of BookTube, and so I get really excited and I want to participate in everything, but I kind of want to make myself back away from that for a little while, and it'll be okay, Erica. It'll be okay. So I can do that. I know there are like 3 million readathons happening this summer. I may join in on some of them when I so feel, but I'm not planning for any of them right now. So we'll see what happens. And if you have any fun summer reading plans, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear it. And that's all I've got today. So I will see you all soon. Bye.